Some stories begin on battlefields, but this one begins the moment a soldier decided he didn't want to die before knowing what love truly feels like. And the woman who saved his life saved far more than his body. She saved his heart. The desert battlefield was supposed to be quiet that night. The stars were scattered like distant lanterns, and the only sound was the wind brushing the broken walls of an abandoned village. But Private Ethan Miller, a 26-year-old American soldier, learned long ago that silence during war is never a gift. It's a warning. Ethan had been deployed for 11 months. 11 months of dust, fear, sleepless nights, and counting the names of friends who would never go home. He sent letters to his mother, telling her he was fine, because that's what sons do. He hid the tremble in his hands even when holding a pen. But that night, everything changed. A sudden explosion ripped through the air. Ethan felt himself thrown backward, hitting the ground so hard that all sound vanished. He tried to breathe but tasted only dust and blood. His vision dimmed, and the world around him became a blur of fire and shadows. He thought, "This is it. This is where my story ends." But fate had other plans. Ethan couldn't walk for days, and communication with his unit was impossible. The area was too dangerous, and his radio had been destroyed. Lena hid him inside an old cellar beneath her family's abandoned house. She brought him food, water, medicine, things she often had to risk her life to gather. Every night, while hiding from the sounds of gunfire outside, they talked. He told her about his home in North Carolina, the lake where he learned to fish, the father he lost at 15, the reason he joined the army. She told him about her dream of becoming a doctor, the hospital that was bombed, the brother she lost only months before. Pain met pain, loss met loss, and slowly, two broken hearts began fitting together like pieces of the same puzzle. One night, as the distant rumble of tanks echoed outside, Ethan whispered, "You saved my life, but it feels like you saved something even deeper." Lena looked up, her eyes shining in the dim light. "I didn't save anything, Ethan. I just helped you find it." For the first time in months, Ethan allowed himself to feel something other than fear. He felt warmth. He felt hope. He felt love. But war does not care about love. War does not wait for hearts to heal or dreams to grow. After 2 weeks, Ethan finally regained enough strength to walk. He knew he had to return to his unit. They would assume he was dead. And if he stayed, Lena's life would be in danger for sheltering him. The night before he planned to leave, rain drummed softly on the tin roof above them. Lena sat beside him, her fingers loosely intertwined with his. "You'll go tomorrow," she said quietly, without looking at him. Ethan's throat tightened. "I don't want to." "You have to." He wanted to tell her he loved her. He wanted to promise he would come back. But promises are fragile in war. Instead, he lifted her chin gently. "If I survive this, I'll find you, no matter where you are." She closed her eyes. "And if you don't survive?" Ethan breathed in, heart heavy. "Then I want you to know. You were the first person who made me feel alive." Tears slipped down Lena's cheek. "Then survive," she whispered. At dawn, Ethan slipped away through the ruins, hiding behind broken walls as he made his way toward the last known American outpost. He looked back only once. Lena stood in the doorway, one hand on her heart, watching him leave. It was the hardest thing he had ever done. He walked for miles, avoiding patrols and gunfire, until he finally reached a group of American soldiers. They stared at him in disbelief. "Private Miller? We thought you were gone." Part of him felt like he had died and been reborn in that cellar with the woman who patched his wounds and rebuilt his heart. Months later, Ethan returned to the United States. His mother cried when she saw him. Neighbors hugged him. Newspapers called him the soldier who survived the impossible. But inside, he felt hollow. He had left someone behind. After leaving the army, Ethan started searching for Lena. He contacted humanitarian groups, medical organizations, even local volunteers still stationed overseas. Most said the same thing. It's hard to track people from war-torn areas. But Ethan refused to give up. Took 2 years. 2 years of hope and heartbreak, waiting and searching, until one day he received an email. "We found her." A small relief camp in a coastal town. A nurse named Lena, alive. Revolving hearts, the reunion. Ethan arrived at the camp with shaking hands and a racing heart. Volunteers led him toward a small white tent covered in dust. She stepped out before he reached the entrance. Older, tired, but unmistakably her. "Ethan?" she whispered, covering her mouth with her trembling hand. He didn't answer. He ran to her, wrapping her in an embrace he had dreamed of for over 700 days. She cried into his shoulder. "You came back. I told you I'd find you," he said, voice breaking. Lena pulled back just enough to look into his eyes. "So what happens now?" Ethan smiled the way only a survivor who found his lost heart could. "Now, we start the life that war tried to steal from us." Glowing star ending note for videos. In a world torn apart by conflict, sometimes the greatest act of courage is choosing love.